Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is amazing. And guess what? We have our first Western Hognose clutch of the year, which can only mean one thing. It's colubrid egg time. So let's just go ahead and see if this girl laid a good clutch. This is actually a hat for pastel pink hognose egg. Those pastel pink hognose are ridiculous. As a matter of fact, I'll show you one of the ones we kept from last year here after I pull this clutch. So this, of course, is a Western Hognose female, and she definitely looks like she laid a good clutch of eggs. Now, interestingly enough, when you see a hognose that looks kind of on the thin side after they lay, that usually tells me that there's good eggs. When they lay eggs and it looks like they haven't even laid, usually bad eggs. So let's see what we got, and yes, we have good eggs. Oh, there's a bunch of good eggs here too. Looks like one little slug, but other than that, looks like a beautiful clutch. Now, I actually do not incubate these guys on vermiculite like I do the majority of my colubrids. For whatever reason, I just haven't had the same success rate when it comes to hatching. So I actually use Hatch-Right, the same stuff that we use for our pythons. And the reason for that is you want the humidity to be up, but you don't want dampness, because these eggs, you can actually even see as I'm touching them, they're more flimsy. They're almost like more frail, like they're thinner, right? So they absorb water much quicker than a normal colubrid egg. And I find if you put them on vermiculite, too much water gets in there, and oftentimes you lose a percentage of the eggs to drowning because they're just way too moist. So I'm just gonna go ahead and collect all these eggs right here. I might actually have to candle these guys because it looks like they rolled around a little bit, but nevertheless, looks like a beautiful clutch of eggs. Now, like with most colubrids, hognose can double clutch. So she'll lay another clutch here in another 6 weeks or so, but they can actually even triple clutch on occasion. Now, we don't triple clutch too many hognose. It's one of the rare colubrids that actually has more than 2 clutches because it beats them up a little bit too much, but sometimes you can do it. We've talked about the tricolor hognose laying 5, 6, 7 clutches in a year as long as you get the food to them, but I found with Westerns it's a little bit touchy when you go past 2 clutches. Nevertheless, there's one little hidden egg right there, so we'll put this in. Again, we'll candle all those, get them set. So wow, that was a good clutch. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 beautiful eggs. Let me show you one of those pastel pink hogs from last year that you're gonna absolutely love. Here's one of those yearlings right now. You can see that pink hognose. Again, this is an albino, just like the normal orange albinos, but these are not compatible. It's something completely different, and the pastel pinks have been something that we've been working on from the very beginning. I think we had bought the very first one that a guy named Rich Evans ever sold, and we've been working this project ever since. So they're so cool. I mean, a pink hognose snake, how awesome is that? So hopefully we'll produce a whole bunch of pink babies from that clutch that we just got. And you can see with these guys, it's so thin, you don't even need to be in a dark room to candle them because that shell is so thin. You can see right there the embryo popping through right there. So it's kind of cool because I don't have to walk these eggs into my office and turn the lights out and stuff like that. I can just handle them right here. And that's, again, just because of that really super thin layer of a shell, which most colubrids don't have. Obviously, they have a much thicker shell. Looks like there's a couple eggs that actually don't have really good strong network of veins, which just happens, you know, where some like this look really good. Hey, Lori.
Yes?
I know you always keep an eye on my Amazon account. Did you notice I ordered something yesterday?
Your Amazon account?
Well, your Amazon account. Did you notice I ordered something yesterday?
No, actually, I didn't get a notification.
Okay, well, I actually ordered red handballs. Like
Really?
this racket balls.
Are you sure you did?
Well, I thought I did. I thought I did. They said they were going to be here next week. Okay. But the reason I did this is because, you know, we're really working on the behavior side of animals. I want to target train Matilda. And when I say that, I want you to target train Matilda. So I bought some red balls that we could put on an end of the stick because they like hibiscus. And I want you to start working with her to see if we can lead her around, even when we're out on the ground, see if we can start leading her around, giving her rewards. So that way, when she gets huge, of course, we can get her around. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea. I guess I'll put it in my...
Well, you got to be consistent. Consistent. So I'll keep you guys updated on Lori's behavioral training with Matilda. But I think it's going to be important. When she's 400 or 500 pounds, we're not going to be lifting her up. So it's pretty important to make sure she can follow us around. So all right, I have confidence in you. Okay. So Jessica's got another little baby for us.
This is Mom here.
Mom, what's?
Yeah, her name's Carrie.
Oh, she is beautiful. Yeah. She's really nice and red, huh?
Yeah, she's kind of like a orange red stripe, or bacon is what they'd call this.
Oh, they call it bacon? Okay, that makes sense. It looks like a bacon.
Yep.
And so let's see this little baby.
And I think this one will probably end up looking like her.
Oh my God, that's amazing. It's so cool. I love it. And the second egg is going to hatch? Is the same?
No,
oh, it's a different
she only had one good one.
She said one good
time,
one.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is the
So
second.
she just started laying though, so this is she's only had 2 clutches.
Oh, okay, good. Well, good girl, Bacon. What's her name again?
Carrie.
Good girl. Good girl.
From like Carrie from
Yeah,
Stephen
from Carrie.
King.
Yeah, exactly. Good girl, Carrie. Way to go. Going through and checking for ball pythons, and this girl here, she has like 1 or maybe 2 eggs out, so I'm just gonna leave her alone. We'll come back and check her out later. This year's been pretty awesome. We've been able to catch a handful of females in the act of laying and actually film it, which is something we've never done before, so it's pretty cool. Leave her alone. Hopefully we'll catch some cool egg laying on film. While that female's laying eggs, we actually have another clutch right here. This is actually a fire. Whoa, she's fired up. Really, she's a fireball python that's extremely fired up. It's okay, you're protecting your eggs, Mom, but it looks like she has a beautiful clutch, and it bred her to a pretty interesting male to find out what's gonna happen. And it's this chocolate mahogany that's absolutely incredible. Of course, all 3 mutations of chocolate mahogany and fire are incomplete dominant, so I could potentially get a chocolate mahogany fire, which I have no idea what that would look like, but I just thought it would be a really cool combination. I love this male, and that female is a banger too, so let's see how many eggs she has. And like I said, she is definitely really protective of her eggs, so I'm just gonna try to gently take her off. You did so good, and oh my gosh, those are some pearly whites right there. Look at that clutch. Woo-hoo. I tell you what, that is amazing. Good job, Mama. You did so good. I tell you what, that is what I needed to start the day with right here. Look at that. Of course, I'll take this egg off right here, just so we can make sure they fit in there. Nice, freshly laid clutch, so it came off really good. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7 good eggs. That's a combination of some pretty cool animals from that. So again, I think we're about 2 weeks away from the first egg cutting, and Jay and myself have been working on some ideas to bring the egg cutting to the next level. Let's hope it works out. So fingers crossed, about 2 weeks from now, you'll get the first clutch of eggs cut. We'll let this other female lay a little bit. We'll check back on her later. My daily checkup of these guys here, of course, Lilith and Nova. Interestingly enough, Lilith is down here. I don't know if she laid her eggs yet, so I'm going to just go ahead, open this up really quick, figure out what's going on, see if she's down. I can't tell if she looks like, let's just go ahead, she hates people. She does not like getting picked up. But we'll go, nope, she definitely looks like she still has some eggs. And again, she hates people. You can see she just ran right away. I'm gonna leave her alone. But the fact that she's down tells me there's no doubt that she is getting really close to laying eggs. Good job, Nova. You're gonna be a daddy again. You're a good little puppy. So maybe tomorrow we're gonna have some frilly eggs.
We were talking about last time that, you know, how we work on animals and their behavior. But to be honest with you, that every animal is an individual. Just like with Toothless here, how we here at the Reptarium go about working with him and training him is completely different than how we do things with Elvis. Elvis is super food motivated. Now, I mean, you pull that blue ball out, he will literally run through the glass. Now, Toothless, however, not so food motivated. That may actually mean we may have to space out our food more often. We don't want to shorten his diet, but we definitely want to figure out a way to sort of motivate him more. So, Diddy and Dixie. Diddy is definitely the first one that started coming out to us as far as like getting used to the feeding and working that behavior. Over time, I started to notice that like Dixie would sort of kind of slide in every now and then, just get a little closer. And the coolest thing about it was that, like, actually the less I did, the more I neglected attention towards her, the more she actually started to get a little jealous. She actually was just like, why is he getting all the bugs? I want the bugs. I'm Dixie Kong, bro. Like, what are you doing? Over time, like, she started taking food off the tongues just like he did. And now she's a completely different animal, and a different way I interact with her in so many other ways. Work around those sort of behaviors. You look at the personality animal. You dress exactly what you're seeing in front of you and manipulate that. You find those little keys and stuff like that, and I'm telling you, you're gonna see such a huge difference in your animals when you work with them.
Next Kluber clutch is actually an Okatee het for albino scaleless, bred to a beautiful Abbott's Okatee scaleless. I'll show you that male in a second, but this looks like a beautiful clutch, and wow, that snake is the perfect Okatee corn snake right there. I mean, that's incredible. She's not going to give these eggs up very well, is she? I just have to somehow really gently pull these out so that she doesn't spin them on me. Come on, girl, let him go, let him go. Come on. Oh my God, she's hanging on tight. Come on, little monkey. Come on. Oh, I'm in a tough spot right now. Okay, we got those eggs out of here. Should be pretty good. But look at the big old black saddles on this female. That's what really makes an Abbott's Okatee. So we'll get this girl cleaned up, get her some fresh water and all that stuff. And then I want to show you the male that we bred her to. It's right here. I mean, take a look at that monkey right there. Ooh, doggy. I tell you, that is a ripper for sure. So with any luck, we'll get some more of those in this clutch because, of course, half of them should be that way. And we'll go ahead and set these eggs up and see how many eggs there actually are in the clutch. Put these right here, right over here. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 good eggs. And again, on average, half of them are going to be Abbott's scaleless and half will be Abbott's Okatee's heifer scaleless. So, wow, I tell you, that's a nice clutch. We actually have an apricot Pueblan milk snake, which is, woo, that thing is a gorgeous one. Woo-hoo. I tell you what, that is an absolutely beautiful animal. You're not going to see a better Pueblan than that. Just super clean, super bright. Wow, and that is something that passes on. You can breed for that brightness, and it looks like she has a great clutch of eggs right now. Super excited about that. So let's just go ahead and put these in. 2, 4, 6, 7 beautiful eggs from one of the prettiest Pueblans that we probably have. So hopefully these babies are going to hatch out and be just as gorgeous as mama. All right, so it looks like this girl might be done. She had some giant eggs, and she's a pretty giant female. Look at these eggs right here. Woo-hoo, doggy. I tell you what, that is a big female. So I actually bred her to 2 males, believe it or not. And the primary one she was bred to was this black pewter lesser cypress. He's fathered a couple clutches. Just the other day had a beautiful clutch from him. But he stopped breeding about 3/4 of the way through this breeding season, and I wanted to just get one last breeding. So I went ahead and threw another male in. And that's this male here, which is actually a banana Enchi pinstripe. Either way, it's going to be really cool babies. And that's what you do sometimes, is you'll actually have a male that just stops breeding, and you got that female that's just about to ovulate but can't quite get over the hump. And sometimes she just needs that last breeding to push her into ovulation. So this male did the last breeding. Don't know who the father's going to be. Won't know for about 57 days. So let's go ahead and pull the clutch. And again, these were some giant eggs, and it was a cool thing to see her lay again. I've been really happy that we've caught a few females actually laying and been able to film it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have been enjoying that. Let's just kind of get this girl off. She is really tightly wound on here. Looks like we've got one little slugger here I'll set aside, and then we'll get these eggs off here. It looks like she rolled them around a little bit as she was piling them up too, so I'm just going to gently roll her up. Get her off here. Ooh, that's a lot of nice, beautiful eggs right there. Let's go ahead, just get these over here, and then I'm going to have to candle this whole clutch because you can definitely tell they've been rolled all over the place. So I'm just going to set them in the egg box for now, and then we'll go ahead and candle them, get them kind of settled in. She did have 2 little slugs here, 2 infer legs, but the rest of the clutch looks really good. We'll get her all cleaned up. There's 2, 4, 6, 7 good eggs, couple slugs, no problem. Again, candle these and get these guys set in the incubator. And last clutch of the day is another one of those creamsicles that's het for scaleless. And wow, she has a nice big clutch. Remember I said that they don't typically have big clutches. Weirdly enough, it depends sometimes on what the male and the female are. So let's say a female corn snake and a male emery breed together to produce a creamsicle corn snake. The female oftentimes takes on the fact that it's going to have more eggs like a corn snake. Whereas if you do the opposite and you do a male corn snake and a female emery rat, oftentimes they'll have smaller clutches. It's weird, right, that would pass on. This one is probably more like a female corn snake and a male emery because there's a lot more eggs. Now there are a couple little sluggers in here, but for the most part these are nice big eggs and a really nice clutch, especially for a creamsicle because again, I mentioned that there's some emery blood in there, so you don't typically get these large clutches like that. So let's see what we have here. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 good eggs, and there was 3 or 4 slugs, so that's over 20 eggs. That's definitely the influence of a corn snake, not so much the emery rat. So that's pretty cool, and that wraps up colubrid egg collecting for the day. My girl Ivy's looking good. Of course, now that I have that vacuum, I can clean her cage a lot quicker because, as always, she's making a little mess. No big deal. But that's pretty cool about those pastel pink hognose eggs. I cannot wait. It's just been an amazing year so far at BHB. We're going to have so many cool babies. I cannot wait to share this with you. If you guys are fiending for eggs and babies and stuff like that, here's an egg cutting playlist right over here. You can check out, roll through. Could you show my podcast right up here, checking in some love? I really do appreciate it. Subscribe to the vlog channel over here if you don't mind, and turn on the post notifications. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember to be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you tomorrow.